Hey everyone, welcome back to Geek Song. In today's video, it's all about...
Hey, look! A Dungeons and Dragons ride!
Let's do this! Here we have Wave 2, Dungeons and Dragons Animated, Eric, Sheila, and Presto action figures. Today we're going to unbox all three. If you're not familiar with the series, here's some quick info.
Dungeons & Dragons is an American animated television series based on TSR's Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. It is a co-production of Marvel Productions and TSR, with the Japanese Toei Animation. It ran on CBS from 1983 through 1985 for 3 seasons, for a total of 27 episodes.
What do you say we start ladies first? Here is Sheila, the thief. Great packaging.
Sheila, age 13, has a magical cloak which, when the hood is raised over her head, makes her invisible. Although Sheila is often shy and nervous with a deep-seated monophobia, she will always display bravery when her friends are in trouble, especially her younger brother, Bobby.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about opening these figures. I know the first wave, people were finding the figures already broken in the package, or when they were posing the figures, they would break right in their hands. And you know I don't have the best luck when it comes to doing reviews. Here we have a normal cloak. This is a solid color purple. Even though I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, I do appreciate that it comes with dice, and the dice looks really good. Alright, let's check out the figure. Fingers crossed. The head's on, the legs are on, the arms are all good. Nothing broken. Yeah, the figure looks really good. I love the cloak, how it's transparent down at the bottom. But let's see if we can try to remove this piece. Oh no! No! Just kidding. The head pops off so you can remove the hood. But at first it kind of freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely having a little hard time getting the head out of the hood. I think you have to angle it a little bit and just pop it out. Fits in there really good. It's actually a pretty cool design. Alright, let's pop the head back on, and we're going to check out the articulation without the cloak on. I gotta say, these figures look fantastic, but when it comes to posability, it's kind of lacking. I mean, you do have arm movement and you do have elbow bend, but you definitely need double elbow. Like trying to get her to hold her hood up, make it look like she's putting the hood on or taking the hood off. It just doesn't look natural. Her head does look down and it looks up. She does have some waist twist as well as ab crunch. So let's check knee articulation, leg movement here. So she does have double knee bend, which is really surprising. And it actually bends really good too. Not too stiff. And it actually looks good. She does have some pretty decent articulation in the ankles, which is good. And they're not too loose, and that's a bonus. Nothing worse than loose ankles. Definitely a great split. So far, if I was going to rate the legs, I'd give it maybe a 7 or an 8. And as far as the arms, maybe a 5. Alright, let's put the cloak on, see how she looks without the hooded cloak. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. Good length. Good sculpt. So looking at her without the cloak on, she kind of reminds me of another cartoon character. I can't quite remember who that is. Oh, that's right. Daphne. That's it. Daphne with the purple outfit and the orange hair. I love that she comes with 2 different cloaks. This one is down at the bottom. It's transparent, which is pretty cool. She looks great with the hood on. So this is how I'm going to keep her. I think she looks amazing right here. I love the transparency of the cloak. Really cool. I think they did a great job with this one. And the best thing about this, it didn't break in my hands when I was doing this review. So thank you, Hasbro, for hopefully getting it right. I still have 2 more figures to go. And who knows, maybe one of those will break. Fingers crossed they don't. So overall, my opinion on this figure, I definitely have to give her at least an 8. I love it. I love the sculpt. I love everything about this figure. So what do you say? We're going to have some fun with some green screen, right? Let's do it. Hey, where did you go?
Hey, Tiamat!
Here we have Eric the Cavalier.
Eric, the Cavalier. The Cavalier, age 15, is the spoiled child, originating from a rich home. On the surface, Eric is a big-mouthed comic relief coward.
Well, that was a little harsh. All right, let's get Eric out of box. We'll check out the accessories. Check out the figure. Fingers crossed nothing's broken. There we have dice and a shield. Pretty cool. And here comes Eric. Anything? Nope, nothing broken. Looks good. One thing I never understood about Eric, he had a shield, but he never had a sword. Here's a look at the dice. Looks pretty cool. So let's see if we can get Eric's head off to get the cape off, and nope, head won't come off. Alright, let's check out the articulation. Fingers crossed it won't break. But yeah, typical arm movement. Unfortunately, no double elbow. But I guess he does only have a shield, so he only has to deflect items. He doesn't have to hold a sword. We don't come with a sword, buddy. But overall, basic arm movement. His head looks up, looks down that much. He can have some tilt to the head, give him some cool expression. Youch! Definitely has a good split there. Looks good. Unfortunately, he does not have double knee bend. He only has a single knee bend. And it kind of looks sketchy. I don't know if it's because of the knee pads, the knee armor. He does have a lot of movement in the ankles, in the feet. But I don't know if it's because it's the armor, the flat feet, or what. But I had a really hard time having him stand up. So my opinion of this figure, I think he looks amazing. Looks like he came off the cartoon. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Unfortunately, the articulation's not there, but putting him on a shelf, I think he looks fantastic. The shield is really cool. It slips on pretty easy, and it stays on. I love the effect. The effect is nice and rubbery, and it slips on super easy, and it comes off super easy too. So definitely a great shield. The shield fits perfectly on his right arm. Not only that, it fits perfectly on his left arm too, and it stays on, which is definitely a bonus. So let's rate this figure. I'm going to give him an 8 for sculpt. Looks like he popped off the cartoon. I love it. As far as articulation, posability, I got to give it a 5. Well, what do you say? Let's have some fun with this green screen.
Listen, I've had it with your riddles. Now give us a straight answer for once. How do we get out of this world?
Patience, Cavalier. All things have a purpose.
Here we have Presto, the Magician.
Presto is one of the main characters of the Dungeons & Dragons animated series. 14-year-old Albert, better known as Presto, is the wizard. Presto fulfills a role of the well-meaning, diligent, but hopeless magician.
So far so good, nothing broken there. Let's take out the accessories. Yeah, looks good. First glance, he looks pretty good. Definitely not my favorite of the bunch. Not the character, just the aesthetic of it. I'm not a big fan of like the robes with the long sleeves like that, because you're kind of limited on how you're going to pose the character. But overall, pretty good. With that being said, the accessories are fantastic with this set. I love it. It comes with an extra hairpiece. That's pretty cool. It has a little nub on top. I'll show you what that's all about. Comes with a few different magical effects, which is pretty cool. And I love that they're clear. And they're pretty flexible too, which is decent. The set also comes with a dice, and it is a triangle, which is pretty cool. Alright, let's check out articulation. Not gonna lie, most nervous about this figure when it comes to posing. He just looks like something might go wrong. But check out the wrist. Spins around, nothing great there. His head definitely looks down pretty far, which is good. but he looks up that high, looks down, really good. So far so good. Traditional waist spin there. He does have pretty good split. What's nice is the robe has slits on each side so you can get a good split there. Now let's check out the knee bend, and this one is pretty difficult. Yeah, it's not, oh there we go. Okay, that was pretty hard. It's almost like I had to push it forward in order to make it bend, but this one's not moving at all. Let's move over to the feet. So we have really good articulation in the ankles, which is good. As far as the wrists, I don't know if it's because of the robe, but yeah, there's not much there. All right, let's check out the hair piece. Let's remove his hair, and that looks pretty funny. So let's put on his other hair. And why is that peg on the top of his head? It's for the hat, which is pretty cool because it's not going to fall off, and that's really awesome. I love that. What's cool about the hat is you can do a bunch of different things in there. So you can put the smaller magic effect in there, or the larger one. So it just pegs in only one way, and it just fits in there perfect. Looks good. One end you can attach to his wrist. Yeah, the accessories are fantastic. I love it. You can have the magic coming out of the hat. You can have the magic coming off his wrist with the hat floating in the air. Pretty cool. Gonna have him holding the hat with the effect coming off the other hand. That's awesome. So overall, I'll give the figure a 7. Great figure, but the sleeves, I'm not a fan of those types of sleeves. I know it's a wizard and you're wearing a robe and you always have the dangling sleeves, but I just don't like it because you can only pose it one way to make it look good. Like that, that's not it. Unfortunately, he's green, so I can't do green screen effect, but we'll do this.
Abra, come here! Magic burgers appear!
Hey, look! A Dungeons and Dragons ride!
Fear not, ranger, acrobat, barbarian, thief, cavalier, magician.
Who was that?
That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
So I hope you made it to the end, and if you did, I have a special treat for you. I have all these boxes, including Venger and Dungeon Master. So we're going to put all the boxes together so you can see that collage of all the images together. I think it'll be pretty cool and a nice little treat for you and I. So let's get, we have Hank, Diana, Bobby, Presto, Eric, Sheila, and of course, Vanguard and Dungeon Master. So let's put this puzzle together. And so far so good. We have Hank, Diana, and Bobby right next to Dungeon Master and Vanguard. You can see it coming together. Looks good. So this would be pretty cool just to display on your shelf just like this. I don't think Eric fits there. Let's see. Yep. Okay, we're going to put Presto there. There you go. It looks pretty awesome. I don't know if you've seen it all together, because I know I haven't. This is the first time I've seen them all together, and I think it looks amazing. I would love to display it like this on my shelf, and I just might. Looks pretty cool. Look at that. Before we end the video, I have one trivia question for you. What is Presto's real name? Leave your answers in the comments below. Put this video on pause if you need to. And I will give you the answer at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do all that good stuff. Remember, we are all Geek Strong. Take care, everyone. Here is the answer to the trivia question right now.
Albert, according to Tor.com, Presto, real name Albert, is the magician and resident bespectacled, fumbling nerd